Hey there, I'm Mr. Know-It-All, the lead swing trading analyst trader at Swing Trade Pros, the #1 swing trading and bot community in the world. And I genuinely want to help you make your mark in the thrilling world of swing trading cryptocurrency. I've been trading since 2017 and I've taught myself many different trading strategies, patterns. I'm known for the falling wedge pattern, as you guys might know. I've dedicated my life to mastering these types of structures and patterns, and now my goal is to impact the lives of 1 million of you. You heard that right. My goal is to impact 1 million people this bull cycle. Let that be you. Cryptocurrency markets can be a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs. But through swing trading, I've discovered a strategy that can truly make a difference. I've poured countless hours to studying the intricacies of falling wedge patterns, rising wedge patterns, you name it, and it has become my area of expertise. Here's the thing. I genuinely want to see you thrive in this market. That's why I've made it my mission to impact 1 million of you. I want to provide you with the tools, insight, and support you need to navigate this exciting but challenging landscape. Swing trading is not just about technical analysis, it's about understanding market psychology and developing disciplined risk management strategies. I'll be there to guide you step by step as we identify different types of patterns and structures and seize profitable opportunities. Together, we'll build your confidence in trading skills, ensuring you're well prepared to face the twists and turns of swing trading. Believe me when I say that I genuinely care about your success. That's why I'm inviting you to join me, Mr. Know-It-All, on this transformative journey. Let's make the most of this bull cycle and work towards your financial freedom together. You'll find all my links in my bio. Reach out and let's dive into this world of swing trading. I'm here to support you and your family and guide you every step of the way because your success matters to me. Together, let's make a real impact and achieve trading success.
All right, folks. I apologize for being a little late here. All right. So Bitcoin breaking 40K. Let's see what the deal is here. Why is this happening, guys? Why is Bitcoin on such a major move? It's my chart not loading. Here we go. Okay. All right. So Bitcoin, $40,100 weekly. Very overbought. 82 on the RSI. We haven't seen levels on the RSI since I would say May or June of 2019 in terms of this market movement. Obviously this is, prior to halving. So, yep, this is a major move for Bitcoin. I would say like a magnet to about 48K on the weekly here. That's our level. I would say that's probably where we're going to go test. It's pretty clear that's where it's heading. It is definitely overextended, but it is squeezing, man. So the daily got almost a full reset. You can see we broke a daily squeeze here. 3 days even in the squeeze. Yeah, so this is a pretty significant movement coming here. You can see the 3 day stochastics have lots of room to run, or the 2 day, I should say. Even the 3 days just sitting up here. So the daily and the 2 day are telling you, longer term timescales can stay overbought. Extremely bullish right here, right now, for Bitcoin. So, yep. Not really much else to say aside from get your popcorn. We've been long Bitcoin here since about $19,000, $20,000 regions. I think longer term, if you go to like a quarterly chart, we can really get the idea that we're like I would say we're kind of emulating the 2015 to 2016 run with how this is all starting out, right? Where our candles are not overbought on the quarterly, so we can't really say that these candles are really that extended in terms of market dynamics, right? So sure, I mean, yeah, weekly charts extended, right? Weekly candles starting to go overbought. We started going overbought here like in 2019 after, we had what, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, about 7 weekly candles overbought before we got a major drawdown. So I think we're working on, what is this, week 2? This is week 5. All right, so maybe a couple more weeks, which kind of makes sense till the end of the year, and then maybe January we see a nice pullback in this market. And like I've kind of been saying, I've been saying the similar things. When I think once they launch or once they announce the ETF news, whatever the news is, even if it's bullish news, I think we're going to see a pullback because the technicals are extremely overbought or extremely extended on these timescales. But that's fine. I mean, like you want a back test, you want a retest, right? You want to see Bitcoin do the thing where it goes up to, almost 50K and then pull back to 32K, right? We want to see something like that because then we know that this area is our real structure, right? We know that this is going to be the base for Bitcoin for the long term, right? After it spent almost a full year below it, right? ETF is already priced in, yeah. I mean, they're pricing it in now for sure. But I've been kind of saying the same things. I'm going to just continue to say the same things. We're in phase 2 of the bull market. I think after Bitcoin, kind of hits this top area here, I think it's going to be an ETH show, right? If we go look at ETH Bitcoin, ETH really hasn't really performed yet, right? And that's typical for this time at this point in the cycle, where it's just a Bitcoin show, right? And so that's why I think if we look at Bitcoin or look at ETH versus Bitcoin down here, I mean, look where you're at. This is the bottom of the range on the weekly chart. I have a funny feeling that I've already kind of said this before. I think this is the bottom for ETH versus Bitcoin, right? Like, look at the weekly. This is significant. Like almost every single time the weekly RSI is oversold, it's usually a bottom or pretty close to a bottom, right? And what's different here is the 2-week has never been this oversold. And look where the price is versus Bitcoin. So this is, like I said, I think I've said this on the stream before. This is like slingshot stuff, right? Like, hey man, we've been sliding against Bitcoin for a very long period of time here. Why is my TradingView application so laggy? I don't know what's going on right now. This is very, very annoying. I might need to update this app or something, but anyways, I think I said this last stream or something, but yeah, ETH Bitcoin I think is I'm gonna restart this application. How's everybody's weekend? So ETH Bitcoin with the slingshot down, right? This is the area right here. The 2-week is oversold. The 2-week. So yeah, I think, like I said before, this is slingshot territory here for ETH Bitcoin, and I would not be shocked to see ETH BTC just go on a tear versus Bitcoin right now. After Bitcoin does its move against the dollar to about that 48K region, 50K region, and then we'll see a 30% drawdown, man. Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. We're gonna see a big pullback, but we're just gonna make a higher low. We're gonna make bullish divergence, and we're going to pivot and rally, and that'll be going into the halving. I think by like March or April, I think we're going to be done with this pullback. And that's it. I think it's just going to break all-time highs by end of 2024, Bitcoin. So I think we're going to have a bit of an alt season here, as we've been seeing, right? A lot of these alts are just bottomed out, man. Like, if they're anything viable, right, like Avalanche. Do you guys see what this thing is about to do? Look at this 2-week chart. Do you guys see this bullish engulfing candle and this back test right here? That's significant. That's a trend change, okay? Look at the volume. Look at the volume. Let's go to the month. We just had monthly candle closes, right? Monthly bullish engulfing candle. I'm just looking at one because I am invested in AVAX, so I do have a vested interest in this one. But man, like a lot of these charts look like this, not just Avalanche, right? And I mean, look at the squeeze, dude. Like this is just starting. this is just starting, okay, guys? Like, yes, we're gonna see pullbacks. Yes, we're gonna see sideways movement in the markets for sure. But after you break weekly, 2-week, 3-week squeezes, those are significant. Those precede lots of upside to be had in the coming months or years. Okay. After you do something like this, major breakout, sure. We go sideways. We might even get, one little, if we end up breaking back below this level, we might get a pullback, dude. Yeah. We might get a pullback to $15. Who cares? Make a higher low and then just see it, right? Like, and that would be kind of in line with this right here, right? Where you made this low and you tried to rally above it here and broke down, made a lower low, then double bottom, then broke through it. And guess what? Probably going to back test it, right? Yeah. I mean, guys, please understand what's happening on these charts. So the Bitcoin monthly candle close was a very, very, very bullish candle close, right? Broke the monthly squeeze on Bitcoin. Squeeze has been broken to the upside. It's the right chart. Yeah. So just building that positive momentum. The MACD stochastic oscillator is above the 0 line, which means we're in bullish control zone, bullish territory. Okay. Yeah. We have volatility spiking on the monthly. We are in the midst of breaking a monthly squeeze. Pretty significant movements happening in the market. Let's go to total, because that is everything. And this is going to tell you the health of the whole market. And yeah, we're coming into the top Bollinger on the monthly chart. Last time we did something like that was like right around here, or right around here, August of 2020. Again, same type of thing. Producing your second bar here on the total crypto market. Got a monthly cross up. I mean, guys, it's really tough to have a bearish outlook right now on the market when you do things like we're seeing right now, where you have monthly cross ups and you have monthly bullish engulfing candles and you have monthly breakout candles like this. It's pretty significant. Okay. Are we going to pull back and retest this breakout? Probably. Without a doubt, we're going to get a confirmation that we've broken out, right? But this right here is just consolidating. We got a break. We might consolidate a bit more and then another break. Do you guys get it, right? Like this is an ascending triangle breakout on the total market of crypto. This is a 70% measured move. And that's going to put you right around a $2 trillion market cap, which is kind of confluent with around Bitcoin's $48,000 price target. Overbought, yes. Weekly chart, overbought. Bearish divergence, no. No bearish divergence. Can stay overbought. Two-day ticking up. Two-day stochastics crossing above the 20 line here for continuation. Overbought, yes. Bearishly diverging, starting to. But you can have bearish divergence in an uptrend and it underperform. Remember that. When we go into an uptrend, you're going to get bearish divergence on higher highs on price. Remember that. You're going to get that all the time in these markets. The most significant ones you need to look out for are when we start to make bearish divergence on weekly charts. We are not doing that right now. We are just producing higher levels of relative strength, no bearish divergence. Okay. Like here, we were overbought on the weekly, right? We made a lower level of relative strength. Here, this right here is bearish divergence. I bet in February 21, we made a higher high on price than this previous high. We did, right? We did. We made higher highs on the price with lower levels of relative strength, but we ended up making one more push, right? We diverged even more so. We just kept diverging, like I keep saying. You keep diverging until you hit some sort of top. So that's what to look out for, right? The bearish divergence on the weekly time frames and the continued divergence on the weekly time frames with relative strength making lower highs on the RSI. We're going to look at ETH real quick. So ETH in a breakout right now on the weekly chart. Weekly breakout for ETH. All right. Next target here for ETH on the weekly time frame is right around this $2,500 area. That is pretty confluent with this level right here. We can see all these wicks and these candle bodies, right? So I think, we touched 2,500. We could probably see it pull back. It really just depends on the strength of the movement, right? So so ETH is not overbought on the weekly chart. Well, I guess on HA candles it is telling us it is, but again, no divergence, just pushing higher on the relative strength index. Yeah, dude, I gave a chart on Radium down at 19 cents. I think Radium is going to do great because Solana, it's a Solana asset. We'll look at Radium later. 2,500 here for ETH on the weekly is definitely a good target. Or your first, I would say your first real target. And then you got your weekly supply zone up here at around 3,500, which is probably where it gets to once Bitcoin kind of tops out around that $48,000 to $50,000 region. So I would say that's a good swing target for right now on ETH once we break back above that $2,500 level. In time, guys, in time. We're going to go sideways. We're going to consolidate. We might get back tests, right? That's all part of this. But ultimately, I think this is a good area for a swing and a good area we could see ETH get to in the longer term here, next couple months. Okay. We'll look at IMX for Kyle. So yeah, your weekly supply area here is around this 160 region. Which is confluent with about a 50% retracement. I don't know if this is the whole chart data on this thing. Yeah, I guess that $6 top is about right? I don't know where this thing all-time high at, but I thought it was closer to 9, but I could be wrong. IMX's all-time high was 952. Okay. So I don't know where that data is or what chart that we have that on, but I guess the Binance chart's, no, it's not. And none of these, who's got the data on IMX for the $9 swing? I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but let's just say the all-time high on this was 952, which is, you know, all the way up here. All right, so we'll just, you know, make believe that we're going to fib from the top, okay? So short-term IMX probably hitting a resistance here. You know, this 150 region is acting as resistance right now. Shorter time scales are kind of pointing down. You can see that this is coiling to the downside, right? You see that it's doing something like this where it's coiled, but you know, it looks like we're going to see, at least on the hourly chart, we could see this. We could see this price come down a bit after testing that 150 range again and getting rejected. All right. Smaller time scale, but daily chart also a bit extended. You can see RSI coming down. You know, still in bullish territory here, but you know that those smaller time frames are going to dictate what happens with the price. So I could tell you that if you don't hold this 132 level, you're probably going to come back down to retest the 120 level. Okay. And yeah, you're at the top of a range, man. So like, you know, you could see something like this occur, where you maybe base out around this 118 level again and try to then break it, right? So something like that, because the longer term time scales are definitely bullish for the asset. So, and you're at a major supply zone, right? This is where there's a lot of sellers, at least short term here, and the weekly RSI is overbought too. So yeah, a nice pullback, nice consolidation could be in the works here, could be in the cards. Yeah, I mean, this is this is all telling me that we could see some downside on this asset here, at least to just retest these levels, you know, confirm them as support, where you could do, you know, some long drawn consolidation again. You know, some consolidation again would be good to see. It hasn't been able to break this 150 level. Hopefully that's helpful. What else are you not currently invested in that you would like to jump into? It's a good question. Maybe some gaming coins like ILV. I never got into that one, but I really liked that setup on that chart. I'm waiting for this thing to pull back though, because it, again, is also at a top of a range, and you know we have white candles overbought here, but there is so much stupid upside on this coin that, like, yeah, I mean this was a $2,000 asset. Now, is it going to get back to $2,000? Well, that's always the magical question, right? But this thing breaking above its 236 fib extension, confirming that it bottomed out, and holding up here is confirmation of that. So very good looking chart. Broke its range bottom. There's no real resistance on this thing until like $400. Sure. I mean, I would love to see this thing pull back a bit to like, you know, $80 to get an entry on it. Right, kind of retest this break and consolidate here. before going much higher. But yeah, ILV is one of them that I don't own. That would be nice to own. Another one that I was actually looking at is Orca. That is a this one's also gone too. This is an Oracle, kind of like Chainlink, but I like this project because of the token supply. This is a Solana asset. I believe it's the Solana Oracle. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm mixing this up with another project, but yeah, I think that this one is going to do pretty well. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if this is actually the Oracle. I forget which one was the Oracle. I don't remember. There's so many coins. Yeah. Let me go back to Radium here for Angel. But yeah, Radium, you know, I called this out down here, man, at 19 cents when it broke the trend line, dude. It's gone, dude. Next real target on it is 84 cents once you get above these areas here. Yeah, weekly overbought. Just zoom out a bit, man. Look at your monthly RSI. 28. Look at your squeeze on the monthly. That's pretty nuts. It's a pretty nuts squeeze. Yeah. So yeah, maybe short term, you get a pullback or something up here after making this major leg up, sideways pullback, whatever, couple days, couple weeks. But zoom out, man. Monthly chart looks crazy on it. It's definitely probably a great long-term trade down here. Okay. So, yep, that's pretty much that. You guys have anything else you guys want me to look at tonight? I think Polkadot is about to do the deed. All right. Slow moving asset. We've been holding it now for over a year. I don't mind that I've been holding it for that long, to be quite honest with you guys, because I've just been staking it and accumulating more of it. So it's fine. Yeah, but you know, broke the major trend line right down here. Got the breakout. You're about to shift the trend. See these red bands right here? Once that shifts, this is going into an uptrend. And your weekly is not overbought, unlike a lot of other assets right now. And your monthly chart is, well, way the F down here with monthly stochastics ticked up. So there's that. Polkadot is an underperforming asset and hasn't really done too much just yet. I would still say that it has lots of room to go longer term. I'm looking at a monthly chart. And when you get stochastics doing that on monthly charts, those usually bode pretty well longer term. Your shorter term chart here on the 2-day, we could see, you know, pretty overbought, 72 on the RSI. Stochastics ticking up though, which is implying a movement back to the upside here. It could break this range ultimately on this push up. And resistance is around 650 to 745. Yeah, we can look at ApeCoin. I think Ape was also in a pretty big wedge pattern. Let me take a look at this. I think I had it charted on this over here. Maybe I didn't. I did. This isn't the right chart, though. I think I had it on the Binance chart. Yeah, there it is. All right. Yeah. So Ape breaking out of its wedge. I don't really like this coin, but I'm not really seeing a lot of volume come into it on this breakout, so not really sold on it. Although it is technically broken out. I'd like to see some volume on this week for this asset for it to really be something viable. Sure, we're getting a weekly cross up. Sure, it's not even close to overbought. It's sitting at 42 on the weekly. Has lots of room to run if it's going to run. But yeah, volume is key, right, guys? Like, you want to see volume come in on a major trend line break like that. Caspa, yeah, we can look at it. Everyone's talking about this coin. It is continuing to be in price discovery and making new all-time highs every day. This is not a coin that I would be wanting to buy up here. It's already gone. Like, is it going to keep going? Sure, it can, because there's nothing up here. There's no sellers up here. No, there's no data on it either. Good luck. There's nothing here, so sure, can go. 48 cents, top of this channel. Why not? And just consolidating here. Looks strong. I will not be buying this coin, as it seems I've already missed this boat. So good luck to anyone that's trading this one or owning it. It is in price discovery. Atlas, sure, let's take a look at it. Star Atlas, wow. Nice reversal on it here. Your daily resistance around this, we'll call it a penny. It's pretty close to that area there. Yep, that's confluent with about a 50% retracement. Probably overbought, if I had to guess. Very overbought on the daily. Weekly, also overbought. Doesn't mean that it can't stay overbought as it looked. It was oversold for quite some time, and it's just now going overbought on the weekly chart. So I don't really know what this coin does. I think this is a gaming coin, right, Angel? Anyways, weekly continuing to be overbought. That 1 penny range or area right here you can see as the major. I wouldn't say it's a major resistance, but it is a resistance right here. And depending on how frothy this market's going to get, I would say that if it breaks a penny, there's nothing really till about 1.5 pennies on it, and that's the gold to mean ratio. That's a 618 fib extension. So break a penny, 1.5 pennies, I would say, is the next place to look at. And the daily looking a bit extended. 4 hour getting a reset. All right, man. So like, when you get these rounding type of tops up here, this usually means that you could be topping out locally. All right, but as long as you're staying above this, 0.06 area here, this Fibonacci level basically, or within the bounds of that, I would think that you're just making a higher low, and you could pivot off this area here and get some continuation as long as you break back above that 0.064 region, right? Step, yeah. We've got a call in the money. You're trading an option on it? Is that a thing? You can do that on crypto? Oh, you're talking about a stock. Nice. what's your expiration on this call option, if you don't mind me asking? Oh. It's a DEX on Sol. Step Finance. Interesting. Well, you're above the major fib extension here. Or I would say you're above the 236 fib extension, which is confirmation that this coin has bottomed out. Breaking above that level is letting you know that that has been done. Does it mean you can't come back down to retest this level? Sure, you definitely can. And you probably want to watch this major trend line right here, as that has been its level to come back down to continue its movement up. So if it continues to hold this trend line, well, your uptrend is going to stay intact. Well, I would say to monitor it, because your daily is looking extended, right? Like this wouldn't be a bad place to offload your option, to take the money and run and wait for this thing to retest. If you're in a profit, I would say that it can't go broke taking profits. And if it just keeps running, I mean, oh well, you can always look for a re-entry. You're always going to get some sort of pullback along the way, man. That is what I would say to you. But do whatever you want. You know, the weekly chart looks good. The longer term time scales look good on it. It really wouldn't shock me though if you did come back down to retest 0.4464, which would be like a 20% pullback. And that would be normal. Like that would be normal to see after you get a breakout like that. Sure, man. Any others tonight? We have 9 people on the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining. I know I was about 15 minutes late tonight. Apologize about that. Plug, XLM, PDI. PDI taking a hit because Pulse Chain Coin is rallying. So that's paired to Pulse. So Pulse is outperforming it, then you're going to see that pullback. Plug, man. Yeah, we call that out, right? $4. Plug putting in a nice reversal down here. I really think that this is a wedge that broke to the downside and is now going to rip back into the pattern. I mean, it really just looks a lot like that. And man, that weekly RSI is telling you some crazy things are about to happen with this stock. It's tough to really go wrong buying an asset that's really this oversold at a major support level, and when the stock market is doing the things that it's doing right now. So major support, weekly oversold, showing you a bit of divergence down here. The daily and the 2-day looking pretty good. Daily double bottomed, confirming that this is a local bottom. And I think there's a gap fill area around, I want to say $8 on this, or I guess $5.55. So yeah, whatever. $5.55 is the gap fill area here for plug. So that would make some sense to go fill that gap. And get back into the pattern maybe after filling the gap, and then consolidate before your next push up to the major trend line here, which is right around that $13 area. And we could talk about what happens after that, because that's going to exhaust a lot of the strength of this asset to do something like that, right? That's almost a 3x for the asset. But yeah, down here looks great. I think there is lots of upside to be had here in the coming weeks or months with this asset. XLM, let's take a look at it. I was actually looking at XLM the other night. It's moving a lot like XRP. Daily looking good, like rounding out a bottom down here. It looks a lot like a potential inverse head and shoulders setup here on the daily chart. Nothing bad to say about it, right? Making higher lows. Got to break above this 13.18 region, and then we could talk about 16.6 cents as the top of the range. If you do break that, then you're looking at your next major Fibonacci level extension, which is 22 cents. But still in the pattern, got to break out, basically did a back test in a hold of this level here. So nothing bad to say about XLM from a technical point of view. Yeah, and you're about to get a weekly ASO cross up here. If you continue the price action to the upside, I would say that looks pretty good. Again, though, it's XLM, it's a slow mover. But from a technical point of view, I would say that this is probably not a bad area for a strategic long. You set your stop loss below this major support level that we were just talking about that it's been holding. Below 11.2 cents, you could get in a swing trade here and set some take profits up at the top of the range, right? 15 cents. So yeah, XLM looking pretty good, pretty strong. I think this is one that nobody's looking at, but I think this one is going to make a major move very soon, very shortly again. Perpetual protocol. We made a video about this not too long ago when they bought this around 47 cents and it pumped to about $1.30 in 2 days after we purchased the token. And it did this sort of thing. And it's just been holding on to this beautiful demand line here that it's been just respecting after every single touch point. But now it didn't have enough sellers to get back to the demand line. You can see its last real attempt of touching it was back here in November 2021, and just quick wick, right? And now just consolidating back up here. Just watch out for this one. I think this one has got a power move in it and power move coming. It might actually end up breaking this 120 to 130 range pretty quickly, pretty soon. And if it does that, there's not really too much resistance up here. This thing might actually run close to that 360 region because there isn't a lot up here in terms of resistance. Okay. Am I getting a Cybertruck? No. Let's take a look at Tesla, though. Sure. Tesla, not any real issues here. Descending broadening formation, broke out of it. Consolidations right here. Sorry. Yeah, so the 2-day crossing up, daily isn't looking the best. You know, coming up to this major resistance line and pulling back on the daily chart. You know, 4-hour shorter term time scales look like maybe we could consolidate here. We could potentially see more downside if this range does break. No concern until we break this range, right? So you break below, you know, 231.50, you can come all the way back down to this 223 area. If you hold it and consolidate more and build up that energy, you will eventually break this major resistance, right? But currently, you're stuck in this pattern until you break it. More sideways, more consolidating, more energy needing to be built up to break that, right? How's your weekly looking? Your weekly has room. Okay, your weekly just crossed up. So watch out. Could be breaking soon. All right, but for now, we're consolidating here. We're sitting down here. We're waiting for a major leg up and a break above this 243 region, and eventually the major trend line, which is going to be somewhere around that, you know, 247 to 250 area. That's what I'm seeing. Weekly looks good. How's your monthly looking? We just opened a new monthly candle not too long ago, 2 days ago. So yeah, monthly candle, man, almost engulfing, but not. So, but holding the action, right? The action's holding here, right? Action's holding. Monthly crossed up. I think you're going to see a break in the next week or two on it, or sooner. You know, it just depends when you actually start to break it. I think eventually you're going to break it, though. Definitely looks like it's going to break it. All right, cool. You guys got anything else tonight? Fucking Badger coin, man. Jesus, man. Gone. You guys better watch Sand Token, man. This thing hasn't done anything yet, and I think it's about to do something. Samo? I've never heard of this coin, but sure, let's look at it. Samoyed coin? Where do you get these coins from, man? Monthly close is pretty strong. They're above this major pivot point right here. Yes, sir. Float to the moon. That's what I like to hear. So Samo coin breaking above the 236 pivot extension. 0.015 region is your next real area here, but it looks like, I mean, looks like a pretty clear monthly double bottom, right? So your neckline is about an 80% move from that break, which you probably exceeded at this point. Yeah, so this could maybe pull back a bit. I mean, you just did break this range though. So I mean, just watch these wicks, right? Yeah, when 12K BTC. I don't know, man. Not if the stock market's going to make new all-time highs, which is what, like 2 to 3% away from right now. This coin looks like it's making a cup. You know, it could go sideways for a bit before breaking it or something. I don't know. I think there's some short-term downside on this coin after it, you know, it's not breaking this one penny region. But longer-term time frames, I would say look fine. Like, if you bought this down here and you intend on holding it throughout the entire next year or two, I don't think there's any issue with that. Look at your monthly RSI. Your monthly RSI is at 23. Has lots of room to go up on the monthly chart. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Short term overbought, long term oversold. Sure, why don't we look at flow? Flow monthly stochastics ticked up. That's good. Broke the wedge. Still having trouble getting above 70 cents. Once we get a clear break above 70 cents, I think we're going to see a quick move to 87 cents. And there's not really much there after it breaks that. I guess it should go right to $1 after it breaks 87. So we'll see how this does. This asset moves very slow, but I think as ETH and NFTs start to becoming more of a thing, the Flow blockchain should really pick up its price action. So yeah, I think Flow should be good long term here. Like again, monthly chart, RSI. 45 neutral. 2 week is still kind of not oversold, but 39 on the RSI weekly chart. Got the RSI break we wanted to see on the weekly for the change of trend. So that is key to see. After all this divergence, we finally got a push out of the wedge, and we could see here weekly sitting bullish 54 on the RSI, looking great. Looking really great. Nice ASO cross up on the weekly. So yeah, major trend shift here for Flow. Looks good longer term here. All right. You guys have anything else you guys want to look at? What was it? Soars? All right. Where is this thing trading now? Gate?
No.
Oh yeah, the top was 320 on it.
I don't think so.
Is that right? 320?
280?
This was on Gate.io.
320?
330.
My God.
Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Aurochs coin. I don't have the rest of the price data on this one, but based on what I do have, it's looking pretty good on the weekly. Got a nice weekly cross, pretty close to a break here on the 2-day chart. If you actually break the structure, you're gonna go up to 16 bucks short term. It's got to get some volume to do that. I see the volume building though on this exchange. I don't know. I don't know if this is the really good. I have no other way to chart this thing. Maybe I can do it against ETH. Oh man, it looks like garbage against ETH. I guess this is where you would roll some ETH for it. If you're going to. Oh my god, look at this thing. Lots of divergence down here. That's looking pretty good for a reversal against ETH. I don't know. Anyways, 16 bucks if you break out, I think. That's what it's looking like right now. That's a major level for it. And man, if it does break out, then between this $20 and $30 area, if you can clear $30 somehow, there's nothing till about 60 bucks. So that's what it's looking like. I wouldn't say it looks bad down here at all. All right. Ethereum Classic, any new positions? I'm not taking any new positions, no. I've been buying for the last year and a half, and I'm done buying. I'm just holding what I have. There's definitely gaming coins that you can add into your portfolios that I think, might do some stupid stuff in this cycle. Like I said, most of my capital is tied up in major layer 1s and layer 2s. I do have a couple low cap coins that I took some risks on that I think might do well, but they'll only do well when the majors start doing well. Like I bought Karura Network, for example, down here at 8 cents. And this is a DeFi platform for Kusama, right? So if DOT and Kusama start to really rally, then Karura Network is going to go nuts. So that's why I bought it, because I'm bullish on DOT and KSM this cycle as well. Ethereum Classic, sure, I'll take a look at it. Probably going to run with ETH, just saying. So yeah, Ethereum Classic, this is a 2-week chart. It actually looks pretty good. Got a 2-week breakout. RSI 50, just crossing the bullish control zone on the 2-week chart. The weekly, getting that weekly cross. You can see the consolidation after you broke out here, man. So yeah, it does look bullish. Okay, you have lots of overhead resistance here between 20 and $24 roughly. If you can clear a daily candle above $24, you're going to go test this next range. So for now, lots of overhead resistance on it, but definitely winding up. Definitely winding up for a move. All right. Yeah, the longer term timescales here on ETH Classic look pretty good, man. Monthly chart looks great. You just crossed up on the monthly. Yeah, nothing really bad to say about this asset from a technical perspective. I personally don't own it, but hey, man, you can see the long-term channel on it. Looks great. So down here at the bottom of the channel with monthly pointing up, I mean, there's not really much else I can tell you guys aside from it's probably going to go up in the longer term. All right. What else, guys? We've been live for about an hour. Remember what I said about Waves coin? I did take a position on this around $2, okay? same type of thing, like Ethereum Classic in a long-term channel up. This is in a long-term channel up as well, and holding the bottom of that channel very, very nicely. Monthly stochastics have given you the buy signal by crossing the 20 line. Okay. This chart looks crazy. Like, it actually looks crazy. It really, really wouldn't shock me at all if this thing traded back up to $120 in 2 years or something. Because if it's following the same type of movement that it's been doing the last couple cycles, it could do something like that. Yeah, just keep your eye on this one. I know that it's not something people are paying attention to right now. Definitely not. But this chart looks crazy to me. Casper. Sure, we'll take a look at Casper. Looks pretty bottomed out. You had a nice break of this wedge, and you back tested the area where you broke from. That's always good to see, a break and a back test. That's pretty good to see, sir. 2-day stochastics pointing up. 3-day right around the bullish control zone. Probably going to see what happens these next couple days for the 3-day to print, right? Daily looks like a double bottom, right? You have a bottom, and now you have another bottom, which is a higher low than this bottom. Looks like a double bottom. So yeah, this Casper coin looks like it can go retest 3.8 cents if it can get above this 3.5 cent region, which is basically at it right now. Your shorter term time scales are still looking good. 4 hours just consolidating here. I don't know anything about this coin, but I would say that it looks good down here. HIFI or ARB, sure. We can take a look at them. Yeah. Casper doesn't go nuts until it breaks 6 cents, I would say. That's the range high. And yeah, you're just, looks like accumulation down here, right? You got a higher low being made, a rally through this area, and now a back test. I would say it's being accumulated here. And wow, this thing was $30 at one point. That's pretty nuts, buddy. Don't know if it's ever going back to $30, but kind of just watch the ranges and what they do at these levels, okay? Let's look at HIFI. HIFI Finance. All right. Don't have too much price data on this coin. Obviously, it looks like a new coin. Casper has a good use case. All right, cool, man. So it's telling you what to do. All right, so this HIFI coin on the daily, you can see, is riding right along a major demand line. It's in a pretty big triangle here. Your daily crossed up. Your 2 days still winding up. So it hasn't shown signs of a signal just yet on the 2-day chart. But so yeah, you want to pay attention to this Fibonacci level right here. Getting a closure back above, 80 cents would be pretty strong. That's something you want to see. Obviously, you went on this major rally, pulled back a bunch after making this major move to 260 and then pulled back to 51 cents. That's a big correction, right? About an 80% drop. And then proceeding to still make a lower high, but making higher lows. So you could see some consolidation up here is what I'm saying. And it looks like it's doing just that. So it could be coiling up for another major move. So pay attention to that 75 to 76 cent level break area. Again, I have no other data to go by, so just based off what I'm seeing on this chart. Hopefully that's helpful, Billio. ARB, that's Arbitrum, right? So we called out Arbitrum already. Let me see what it's looking more like today. Yeah, we identified Arbitrum around 80, I want to say 82 cents on this double bottom. So yeah, it's it's already bottomed out, broke out. Looks like it back tested this level here, held this area as support. So you flip that area as support, which is great to see. And again, I don't know if this is all the data on this coin. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if this is all the data, but based on the data that I do have here, this looks like a break, a back test, and a potential continuation up to about this 120 area. And if you break 120, you're going to probably go to the golden mean ratio, which is around 131. Doesn't sound like a very big move because, I mean, it's really not. What is that, like a 20% move or something? Yeah, 17%. But if you can clear the 618, we can talk about 150s and basically back up to the high of the asset, which is around, I think that's $2 or 180. But yeah, I think Arbitrum longer term here is going to be a good play. The reason why I don't own Arbitrum though is I'm not a big fan of their tokenomics. I think they have like billions of tokens, and I think that is going to slow its price appreciation down based on the amount of use that it's getting. Well, hopefully that's helpful, Billio. And thank you guys so much for joining the stream tonight. Sorry I was late. And well, hopefully we have a good week. I didn't actually take a look at Tether, but I think at this point, it's in a monthly breakdown. And yeah, it's breaking this major support level right here at 6.16. We broke it. And I think you have some wicks down here at 5.79%. I think we're pretty clear to just drop to there. And if we do, we're going to probably see that $48,000 Bitcoin at that level. And the rest of the altcoins should probably follow behind Bitcoin. And I think I've mentioned this before. My real target on Tether was 4.92%, which is confluent with the bottom of the long-term trend channel. And that is probably going to be an area I will be looking to take some profits because long-term trend channels, especially when I'm sure Tether at that point is going to be very oversold, is going to be an area we're going to see a big bounce for Tether dominance. And that is going to be a major pullback in the market. So that is the area I'm looking at longer term. All right. All right, so that concludes, I would say that concludes our analysis here of the stream tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you guys want more information about how I've learned all this information, please join the Discord, join the alert service, join the services. I'm here. I've been here. I come on every week, regardless of the price action in the market. Right? We were going live every Sunday during the bear market, right, guys? Like there might have been 3 people on the stream. I don't care, man. I'm just gonna sit here and tell you guys what I think is gonna happen, how it's happening, when it's happening. And I mean, that's just my dedication to doing this, and appreciate all you guys continuing to tune in and support. I know lots of you folks have been on here. We don't really get too many new folks that pop in, but we do when we do get them. Thank you guys for joining. This stuff can potentially change your lives if you really take the time to learn it. It's changed my life, and I'm here to help you guys change yours. All right. I can. I can. There's not much to look at though, right? Like this coin's a new coin. Pretty sure this is the coin that they take your like retina scan or whatever, right? Isn't that this world coin thing? I don't know why anyone would support this thing. But the chart looks good. It's in a 2-week breakout. It's probably in a monthly breakout. It is in a monthly breakout. Monthly chart looks good. It literally says up. Just pay attention to your volume. It is declining volume. I'm not here to say that this move is done, but I'm here to say pay attention to the volume. If you have a monthly breakout, you want to see volume this month on this candle, okay? If you don't see volume come in, watch out. That means it's going up on weak volume and probably going to get sold at some point. You want to see volume on monthly breakouts like this, okay? That's it. If you're a trader, you look for volume, right? I got nothing else to say about it. Looks good from a technical point of view from the chart that I see here. I gave you guys a slew of coins that I think will do wonders in this market if you're patient. The key is being patient. All right. I've been in some of these trades. I don't mind showing you guys some of these trades I've been in for over a year, maybe a year and a half at this point. I would say the best banger trade that I've been in is INJ. I've been in INJ since August of 2022. My entry is $1.60. And anyone that's in the alert service knows about this. We even definitely have some folks that took entries on it. Feel free to drop that line in the comment section, guys, that you took INJ with me a year ago. And you are 10x on your trade. Let's actually look at INJ. It's probably very, very extended up here, but I think this thing like is just, it's in a monthly breakout. There's nothing here in terms of resistance on the monthly chart. It can ride up to about 21 bucks and then be at an all-time high breakout. And yeah, man, I think this thing has, I mean, yes, I'm watching this volume too. Like you can see the volume kind of dropped off here, but I would suspect a pullback on it. Like, why not? You're in an uptrend, you get a pullback. This can pull back to 14 bucks, make a higher low, pivot, and rally again. Like, there's nothing telling me aside from, the monthly RSI being overbought. There's no divergence. There's no bearish divergence here, right? The RSI's never been this high on this asset. That means there's probably more upside to come in the longer term, right? What am I saying, dude? Sorry. I don't know. But ETH's at 2,200. Bitcoin, 40.6K. Lots of patience required in long-term swing trading, guys. You know that. Here's your quarterly chart making a 3-month. We're in a 3-month breakout on this coin, all right? We have one more month to close on this candle. And yeah, this is a 3-month breakout. Significant. Very, very significant for this project, this coin. And yes, it is very possible for this thing to, I don't think it's gonna go to 500, man, but if it does, man, that is lit, okay? That is lit from here, that is lit. Yeah, and you can see all the buy volume coming in down here at the bottom. That is beautiful. Yep, and we took an entry down here, guys, $1.60 on this break of this monthly candle. Monthly candles are very, very important to watch in all markets, not just crypto. Let's take a look at gold, because gold is actually in a breakout, in a 3-month breakout, in a monthly breakout. And all-time highs for gold, guys. All-time highs for gold. What a structure for gold, man. how's that dollar looking? Not so good. So you don't want to be in dollars. I would say being in dollars, you're going to lose lots of purchasing power being in dollars right now. Okay. All right, man. I would say that concludes the stream. Remember, if any of you guys ever want my time, you guys can always sign up for a coaching session. Maybe you have some personal questions you want, portfolio allocation questions, or whatever it may be. I'm here for you guys. You can join the Discord. You can always ask me questions for free too. I don't mind. I love helping people, so that's why I do this every week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. Leave a comment in the comment section. That also is really good to get the YouTube algorithm going. I'd really like to impact more people, and only way to really do that is for you guys to help me do that. So again, appreciate you guys, and thank you guys so much. Ricky Balboa, what's up, dude? You're new, I think. Welcome to the stream. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream tonight. Thank you guys so much again, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.